So if you've played Test Place recently, you've probably noticed that something's not quite right. And the reason for this is the lighting technology has been updated. Quick editor's note, this is no longer the case, it has now been removed from the game. So at the minute on Roblox, there's 4 lighting technologies that can be used. In order of oldest to newest, these are voxel, compatibility, shadowmap, and future. So at the minute the game uses what's called compatibility. This is an edited version of voxel, and was created to ensure backwards compatibility with the soon to be phased out legacy lighting. But now the test place has been updated to what's called future lighting, which is the latest technology Roblox has released. This offers a number of improvements over voxel and compatibility, largely in its shadow capabilities and also in reflections. One thing that isn't shown particularly well in the test place is the shadows. And the main reason for this is because all maps are automatically set to have shadows disabled on lights, which means that they don't actually cast them. This is done for performance reasons, but sadly it does mean that the game doesn't look quite as good as it could. However, the flashlights in-game do not have shadows disabled, and so you can still see shadows with these equipped. So what does this mean for the game? Well, the main reason this has been pushed to test place is to test performance and ensure that it would be viable to update the main game to this technology. Because as you can probably imagine, this isn't the most optimised. Unlike compatibility where I can hit over 150 FPS on most maps, here I struggle to hit 70, which is quite a step down. So if this were to be added to the main game, then that could cause problems because it'd alienate a lot of the player base who perhaps don't have the best PC. One solution to this would be to have separate versions of the game in compatibility lighting and shadow map or future lighting. This could be facilitated through the use of the server browser, which could have a filter for different lighting technologies. Personally, I think this is the best way to implement this sort of technology because it means that the player base who have potatoes can still run the game, and those who do want the higher graphical fidelity can just switch over to a shadow map server or future server instead. Now, enough about the problems. What would this do for the game? Well, there's the obvious increase in graphical fidelity. This looks gorgeous with good lighting. I mean, just look at Transit, it is beautiful. Not only that, but it'd allow more atmosphere, for example with first and third person muzzle flashes, and this would give attachments like the flash hider an actual use. It also means that the flashlight is kind of useful in some situations, as you can see here. I know this is an event map, but you get the idea. It also means that attachments like the night vision scope have an actual use, because in the dark areas it's great. However, it also has the trade-off of being completely unusable in the light areas, as seen here. So incorporating future lighting into the game would be very cool and would open up a lot of possibilities. However, it would come at an enormous performance cost, as people have already started complaining about in test place. Do I think it's the right thing to do? I think as long as it's optional, yeah, but that is a bit of a pain to work around, because you can't have multiple clients running different lighting technologies on the same server, so you would have to have separate servers for it, like I mentioned earlier with the server browser. There is also the other problem of having to update all the lighting in the maps to make sure that they aren't ridiculously dark with shadow map. I know Lakeside has this issue in particular. So, what do you guys think about it? Do you think it should stay? Should it be optional? Should it just completely go? Let me know down in the comments. And while I'm here, I might as well give a quick update on Railroad and other things. So Railroad is still in development. I haven't posted an update video on it in a while, but I have released a couple of versions since the last update video. I will probably be making another video about Railroad at some point, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, if you do want to help with the map's development, you can play it in test place and DM me some feedback on Discord. Also, I've released a new single, which came out back in November, so ages ago. That will be on Spotify and SoundCloud and all the other platforms. I'll put some links down in the description if you want to have a take a look at that. And if you made it this far in the video, honestly, what are you doing with your life? But also, thank you, I do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time, hopefully. Maybe not, I don't know.